Hello everyone, my name is Zenius. Welcome back to the channel for another episode of TibiaME. I'm sure you noticed whenever you clicked on this episode at the sheer length of this episode. We're getting to the point in the island, and I think every island kind of has this point where you're taking longer to finish the quests. So it's taking me longer to pack everything into one video or one episode. And I think I'm getting to the point where I might start limiting how many quests I do in an episode. I do want to cover as much as I can for you guys, but it's getting to the point where these episodes are getting longer and the amount of time that I'm recording is getting up to like 2 and 3 hours at a time just doing 1 or 2 quests. So I might start limiting it. I apologize. I'll try to up how many episodes I'm posting if it gets to the point where I'm posting like 1 quest per episode. So just wanted you to be aware. Anyway, let's go ahead and get on into it. We're picking up right where we left off with Far's band. So we're going to talk to Far's band right here. Hello, back again. Found my hat yet? It's still in your head, dude. Indeed it is. Tricky little thing it is. Using the same hiding place twice. But you're not here for me hat. Tricky little beast as it is, you have your own quest. Walking a path not used in ages. Ready to take your first step? How did you know that? Well, me hat told me, of course. But not only tricky, but quite knowledgeable. So you're ready to take your first step on the path? Well, of course I am. Marvelous! Then go and choose the path you want to step. And should you find my hat on it, return it to me. Oh, he's not all there, is he? That's a little sad. Okay, anyway. So when you come out through these stairs, it's going to take you to the entrance part of the cave or labyrinth that you were in when you went to go find him in the first place. I was a little confused because this part of the quest doesn't really have a kind of directional element to it where that shows you where you need to go. So you just kind of have to find it on your own. Or in your case, dear watcher, you get to just watch me. So don't worry about going in the wrong direction. I'm gonna point you in the direction that you need to go, and you're going to be going to 3 separate locations in this quest, and you're going to be using the cryptics on 2 of them. So I don't know why I did it, but the Bantheras are weak to fire, so I should have kept my fire weapon equipped, but I did not. The Skonkies, they are weak to hit, so keep your hit weapon equipped for them, but Bantheras, keep your fire weapon equipped. There is going to be a kind of boss later in the game that is weak to fire damage. It's kind of like a mummy-looking guy from Ashmore. He's called the Betrayer, and I used fire on him, but I'm pretty sure he's also weak to soul. So if you have your soul weapon on you and not your fire weapon, you should have your fire weapon on you. If you don't, I don't know what you're doing, man. You can use your soul weapon on him, but I did use fire and did just fine. My Drake Whelp was able to land both hit and fire damage on him, so you can use all of the above, basically. So the first location that you're going to be going to is down here and to the left. Once again, we're going to be finding some skulls that are going to be guiding our path a little bit. And they are going to be guiding us over here to the left. So I almost come up onto this plateau. In fact, I do come up onto this plateau and I get the dragon egg that's over here on the left. But you shouldn't go on this plateau in the first place just because down and to the left is where you're going to want to go first. So you'll see me exit the plateau, and then I'll come over here to the left, and then you'll see some skulls that are going to be guiding you on your way. And after you get down there, it's not too far over to the left, but once you get over there, you're going to be using your cryptics on 3 locations around kind of an altar-looking thing over there. So you have to use them in 3 specific locations around the altar. I don't think it matters which location you do first. So I'll point it out to you once we get to it, but I think it's fine if you use it on any of the locations at any time. So I will say I don't think you can go in any order. So there are 3 locations that you have to go to and use the cryptics on and do specific patterns on in this quest. and I'm pretty sure you have to go in order. So the order that I'm doing it in, the one down and to the left, there's going to be one down and to the right, and then you're going to go up and to the right for the last one. I'm pretty sure you have to do that order in order to complete this quest. So follow my directions specifically. Don't kind of veer off, just in the off chance that you can't actually do the quest in any order. I don't want you to have to like retrace your steps, especially with that quest from the beginning where you had to go and collect all of those items in the specific order. Otherwise, they despawned from your inventory. So just for your own safety, I would go in this order. So I do want to point out that I actually got premium for this episode. So the episodes beforehand, I didn't have premium. All of the islands were free at the time when I started playing again and when I started doing these quests again. But I logged off at the end of the last quest after we did all this stuff and we got to Farsban and did the clock or whatever. And then it actually spat me back out at Aria. I'll finish this thought in a second. So this is the altar that I'm talking about. I was a little confused because it didn't really tell me what to do at this moment. I didn't even know to use my cryptics. I just kind of guessed, really. So I go up to it, and first I use the cryptics on the right here, at the bottom, and then over here on the left. That's the order I did it in. I don't think you have to do them in that order. So in my quest log, it says, by using the cryptics, I found the first waypoint, the Nexus of Time. I attuned the cryptics to it, and now it is time to find the next waypoint. The next waypoint is you're going to exit this little area here, and you're going to go over to the right and up to the next plateau. So, yeah, it says on that quest log, I think I hit the cryptics to find that. It says go up one ledge, so you'll go up one plateau level, up the little staircase-looking thing. So as I was saying earlier, I didn't have premium, and then I got premium for this episode because what happened was I was at Farsban, where we started the episode. That's where I was. I logged off, and the next day I logged back on, and I was on a ship in Aria. And I was so nervous because I thought what was going to happen was I wouldn't be able to finish these quests because it kind of spat me back out. And I didn't know if I would have to go through everything again. And then I was like, oh, what if it doesn't let me? Because I've already done them. So I was a little worried about that. But what ended up happening was I made my way back through the labyrinth. And then I went through that little portal looking area right before the clock. You know, the part where we did the earth and water and fire and air. I got to that point, walked through the portal there, and it immediately sent me to Farsban. So instead of having to go back to the altar and get all that stuff and then go to Farsban, it just sent me straight to Farsban. So if you lose premium, or you were doing what I did where it sent me back to Aria because the islands were free for a little bit and then they weren't, don't worry, this will send you right back to where you need to be. So you shouldn't have any problems continuing the quest. The only thing is you have to kind of like make your way back through everything. And all I did was just go back to Shaka's portal. So this is the stone head that I mentioned. You're going to use your cryptics on the stone head, and then you're going to fight this betrayer who is kind of a boss, but you don't get experience for fighting this boss. It's a little frustrating. There are a couple of bosses here that don't give experience, and I think it's a little dumb. After you defeat him, the quest log says, with the help of the cryptics, the second waypoint was reached where I faced the betrayer, and with its death, attune the cryptics to search for the final one. So then you're going to come back up and you're going to go back the way you came here for a little bit. Once you get back to where you entered the plateau, you're going to go up and to the right, and then you're going to walk a specific pattern in this kind of Stonehenge looking area. So once we get there, I'll explain the pattern that you need to do. This one, I don't know. You do have to do the specific pattern, and it's 7 different steps, but I don't know what happens if you do it wrong. I'm assuming if you do it wrong, it kind of resets it and you have to go back from the beginning, but I don't know what that does to the quest as a whole. I don't know if it's like, oh, you did it wrong, you have to go back to the first waypoint or anything like that. So I would just follow my pattern just to make sure you know how to do it right and not to reset anything. So I'm actually getting to the point in TibiaME where I would like to try different bosses whenever I'm doing some of these episodes or whenever I'm in between islands. And I think that's simply because I'm getting up to this like higher level where I know that I can take on certain bosses. And I'm thinking I'm going to start with Chalong. I think that's how you pronounce it. Let me know down in the comments below if I'm doing it right or wrong. I think I want to start with Chalong because it seems like an interesting battle and it seems like something that's like fun to do. But I would love to know what bosses you would like me to try. There's one, I think it starts on Aria. It's the Hieronymus quest line, and I think you have to be level 48. And right now, at the time of recording this, I'm level 50. And I would love to do that quest, but I know that you have to have a friend with you in order to do that quest. So I'll explain here in a second, or I'll continue this line of thought here in a second. But I would love to know what bosses you would like for me to do. So this is the last waypoint that I was talking about. Up here, you're gonna start when you're walking over here on the left. Then you're going to go up to the right, left, down, left, and then you're gonna go up and right then. So it's it's left, up, left, down, left, up, right. The quest log says, I followed the hints of the cryptics to the third waypoint. There I danced the star dance to attune to the next destination. After this, you're going to go straight down. There's going to be kind of a bridged area where you're going to go into this underground area, which will lead to the next part of the quest. And you find Farzban again, and he's even worse than before. Like, he's not there at all. Like, I don't actually think he remembers you at all. So, gonna cross this bridge. There's gonna be a portal up at the top here. So go ahead and log that before you move forward. You can talk to Dr. Ford. I think that's his name over here on the left. He has a quest for you that you can't do until you're level 70. So, do I know you? Are you Rasseldorf? No, too tall and too few pouches. So who are you? We already met, dude. We did, didn't we? Where? When? And why? Maybe. Yes, this makes sense. You are the one that took my hat and hid it. It's not funny. I searched the damn rag since, eons. Now I will show you. I just need to remember the spell. How did it work again? Drew. Calm down, dude. First, you steal me hat, then you tell me to calm down. I'll show you how calm I am. I just need to remember how knew a good spell for such things as once. It was No, wait. No, more like Found your hat. Oh, yes, of course. You're this sweet young hero that helped me and took his first steps on the long, dangerous past. Told ya I know ya. And congratulations on taking your first steps. Liked it? It was tricky, but fun. So you enjoy exercising your mind. Good trait on a young hero. But now it's time for good old adventurer business. And for bringing together some loosely woven threads. Ready for that too, I wonder? What are you talking about? I just wanted to prepare ye for what's going to come. Surely you want to search for remains of this once glorious temple, but the temple of the Creator is now home to King of the Jungle. Finding and talking to him is your next goal. Think you can manage that? It's a piece of cake, man. Quite fully yourself. We will see about that. Good luck anyway. You will need it, and keep holding on to that cryptics. You most likely will need it again. Now off you go, and when you meet someone called Rasseldorf, send him to me. I have no clue what he's talking about because there's not... I don't think there's a character named Rasseldorf on this island. So, now we're looking for the King of the Apes, Hertz. I don't know if this was his original throne room, but this is where you do find him after his encounter with Kurtz, Colonel Kurtz, who was stranded on this island. So again, we have this long freaking maze that we have to work our way through in order to find wherever we need to go. Again, I'm pretty sure there were some shortcuts that I could have taken that I ended up not taking. So if you see me take a wrong way that you think is wrong, feel free to go around and do something else. But I'm pretty sure there were a couple of shortcuts that I could have taken that I ended up not taking. Just because I'm a little dumb and I don't have the full map. That's one thing that I wish I could like buy with platinum is I wish I could buy like maps. I wish that I could like walk into a dungeon or a cave or whatever and then buy the map so that I can see where I'm going, see what shortcuts there are, so I don't have to like walk around forever. Because I think that's what's taking up so much of my time in these episodes is I truly don't know where I'm going. Like every time I record these, I'm literally just like walking through these areas hoping for the best. So whenever you're seeing these episodes, especially the ones where I'm like going through a labyrinth, I'm winging it, dude. I'm seriously like just walking through, hoping I'm right. And then whenever I go back to edit these episodes together, it's an edited version. Like you are not seeing the hours that I'm spending going through. The one tomorrow that I'm going to be recording tomorrow, it's insane. There's a huge maze of obstacles and just back and forth and loop-de-loops in this cave, and it's absolutely ridiculous. I got so frustrated recording it because I went through this one area, I hit a dead end, and I went back through another area and I couldn't find it. And so I ended up doing a complete loop around from the entrance of the cave that I entered in all the way back to where I was in the first place, just because I couldn't find it. And I'm sure I'll explain what I'm talking about in that episode, but man, it was so frustrating. It was taking such a long time. Like I meant to record for like an hour, 2.5 hours later, I'm still making my way through this cave. So I think, so you know how a few episodes ago, I say a few episodes, it was like the 50th episode. I mentioned that St. Nicholas is my least favorite island. I think for a fact, Benunu is my least, or sorry, St. Nicholas is my favorite island. Benunu is my least favorite island. And I think if I do a giveaway, again, like on episode 100 of TibiaME or something like that, if I do a giveaway, it's going to be my least favorite island. So I want you to write it down now. If you want to win the giveaway, I want you to comment on that episode 100 when I do. I guess I'm doing a giveaway, guys. Right now, here I am. What is this? Episode 73? Episode 73. Yep, 73. Look at that. Episode 73. I am committing now that I will do a giveaway on episode 100. So there you go. Write down for episode 100 when I do a giveaway. My least favorite island is Benunu. That's going to be the question. And if you get it correct, you will enter to win premium on TibiaME. That's the commitment I'm making right now. So if you want free premium, I might throw in a platinum there too. Just comment on episode 100 when I say it's Benunu. I don't think I've ever done that before. I don't think I've ever been like, oh yeah, while I'm recording, let me commit to buying premium for someone. I think I've only ever done it after the fact. I was like, oh, it's episode 50? Okay. Or no, it was my 100 subscriber account. That was it. I got 100 subscribers and I was like, I'm going to do a giveaway for TibiaME. Got it. Okay. So 100 episodes, I'm doing a giveaway. That's it. I'm so glad that we're going through this journey together, guys. Man, it's been a while. It has been a while. It's been a whole pandemic since I did that. That was insane. So you probably saw a few minutes ago that I was getting overwhelmed by skonkies. That wasn't even like a ledge change or anything. There were just that many skonkies in that area. And I think what happened, what really set me back and what put me over the edge was the fact that they started respawning by the time I had finished all of them off. So the first one that I defeated respawned by the time that I had killed the last one. So yeah, be aware that these things spawn pretty quickly, especially if you're taking on a lot of them. So be careful. So this area, I don't think it matters which side you go through first. There's going to be two different ways. They both look identical whenever you come around. So I went over to the left and I saw that there was no way up. So I kind of thought maybe there would be on the right, but there's not. You have to go down either way that you go. I ended up going to the right. I don't know where you end up if you go to the left. If you want to try it out, go for it. But this way that I am going is kind of a guaranteed you'll get to where you need to be. Luckily, there will be a portal at the end of this one. So if you, and actually I use it for quest purposes later on. Actually, in the next episode, I use it for quest purposes. So if you need to go back to Benunu or Aria or wherever, please feel free. Obviously, my pet is not jubilant anymore. He's happy, so he's dealing less damage. So after recording this episode, I went back to Aria to get him some food so that he would be able to do higher damage from here on out. So I do like that when they put in portals when it like in quest areas so that you can like recharge, because a lot of the times, I mean, you're filling up your inventory and you're using potions and stuff like that. So it's really nice to be able to go back to town to kind of fill up on what you need. I know early on when you first started, like in Libera and in Aria, like you were getting potions for your quests, and it would be incredibly nice if they continued to do that, just because I mean now it's not really that big of an issue because you're getting a lot of gold in order to buy those potions, but it used to be where you would just get potions immediately. Like it was just kind of a part of the quest, or enemies would drop them. I think bears and wolves are kind of the main ones that drop potions like that. So it would be nice if some of these later game enemies and these later quests would do that as well, because I'm getting to the point now where like some of the armor that I'm getting isn't really beneficial to me. In the next episode, you'll notice I have these pants on, and I think it's 15% hit and 7% soul protection. And I get some pants later on in the game in the next episode that are like 13% hit, 6% soul defense. And it's just kind of like, okay, why would a quest give me items that I'm not going to be able to use? Like, I'm literally going to go and sell this later on because I won't be able to use this. It's going to be more detrimental to me than it is a support item. So I don't know. It's a little weird. But I mean, it's free gold, I guess. So I don't know. Do with that what you will. But that's kind of my one grievance, is you don't really get what you need anymore. But that's all. I don't remember Ashmore or St. Nicholas being this labyrinthy. Like, I know that you kind of had to go through mazes and you kind of had to search a little bit, but this is crazy. I mean, you're literally going through a maze of rooms and hallways and fighting opponents, and I remember a little bit of Ashmore being that way, but there was more direction. And then in the next episode, I'll point out again, there's a little bit of direction, but again, I don't know if it was misleading me or if it truly was the best way to get to the next part of the quest. So let me know if you've played this before and you're kind of seeing like, oh yeah, those markers on the ground, like those aren't actually helpful. They're just kind of making you go the long way, or what? Because what I end up doing is whenever I am trying to find my way through a cavern like this, I will look for identifiers that will get me to where I need to go. So, okay, so you're gonna come up here. There are these spikes here. You can walk on them or not. They do about 10 damage per step. So if you want to wait, feel free. But Hertz is up here, and you're gonna talk to him. Die, treacherous human. What? No. Whatever. And then some Muscos spawn, which are weak to Soul, actually. I didn't know that at the time of recording this, but there's 2 of them that are going to spawn. You attack them. They're pretty easy to take out in this one little area. They just kind of take you by surprise. And then you'll go back up and talk to Hertz. Good. Now that that is clear, what do you want? I'm seeking something. And whom or what are you seeking? I'm seeking Kurtz. I knew it. You want to trick me too. Now you deserve to die even more. And 2 more spawn, and then you handle them easily. So I don't even know what you're worried about, man. I hate it when you have to go back and forth with your pet. You're still alive? Whew, leather skin, huh? At least such an impressive display of skill makes me think I should hear you out. So tell me, what is it that brings you before the King of Apes? The King of Apes, that's what brings me before you. Congratulations, you found what you were looking for. Yes, I'm Hertz, King of the Apes, and King of Hearts, and Medicine Man. And perhaps you think apes can't have a king, that we are stupid to have one. Probably think that we can't be tricked easily. Calm down. Don't tell me to calm down. I am the King of the Apes. And when I am angry, beware. And now tell me, why were you looking for me? Kurtz. I knew it. You are a friend of Kurtz, the damn son of a... I'm sorry, what about Kurtz? 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 This treacherous scum who stole the golden Banuna. The golden Banuna? Yes, the golden Banuna looks very, very remotely like a banana. One that is, but it's a Banuna, an ancient magic artifact. It's the source of all life here, of happiness, the universe, and everything. And of course, it is the key to the sanctuary you want to enter. Bananu stolen? Banuna, not bananu. Banuna. But yes, Kurtz and his followers came to us. They were badly hurt and told something about an unprovoked attack. We took them in, took care of their wounds, gave them food and water, and how did they pay it back? He entered my magnificent throne room and stole it. While we were sleeping, stole from me, the Ape King. The treacherous bastard left with his followers, and the Banuna he has stolen. I got it. Really? You're going to get it for me? Good. Okay, yeah, whatever. Great, thank you. I can't tell you where Kurtz is now. All I know is that he left the area by using the western staircase. But where these lead, I don't know. We never ventured deeper into the temple, and that's as far as I will ever go. Now go, find that treacherous Kurtz and the stolen Banuna. If you bring it back to me, I will help you enter the old god's sanctuary, and I will give you a reward too. Oh, that's incredible. Thank you so much for your generous offer. So, I'm going to go ahead and end it there, and we'll pick up there in order to find Kurtz. Again, I don't think there's a direction. I think you kind of go through another labyrinth, and then you find Kurtz. So, thank you so much for watching. Get ready for longer episodes in the future. When next week's episode drops, you're going to see it's going to be longer than this one. So, get ready for that. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about anything, where you need to go, what you need to do when you get to each area, let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.